Hello, folks. Welcome back to my channel. This is the World of TV Shows, and today we're going to be looking at the third episode of the first season of Cold Case called Our Boy is Back. Pretty ominous, wouldn't you say? The episode originally aired on October 12th, 2003. It was directed by Brian Spicer and written by Meredith Stein and Stacy Kravitz. In this episode, the Philly PD detective team is going to be investigating a 5-year-old case after a letter came to their attention informing them that the murderer might be back into town. So this was a 1998 murder case where a college student was attacked and killed by an unknown assailant who broke into her house, into her room, right? Now, the detective who was assigned her case at the time was Nick Vera, and he couldn't have solved it, and there were many suspects, but nothing really panned out. So this case has remained unsolved for 5 years. And now, with the help of Lily Rush and the fact that this killer is back, he's hoping that with the both of them teaming up together, they might be able to, catch this killer once and for all. So they're gonna be going back to, with no shortage of suspects, really. They're gonna be relooking, revisiting, the suspects at the time, and one of them is the neighbor, Larry Detroit, Carl, the man who was involved with the woman. By the way, her name is Gail Chamayo, and she is the one who was, attacked and killed, right? And it seems that, there have been other women who were attacked, as well by what seems to be the same perpetrator. And in all, those cases of, home invasion and attacks and abuse, there's something really, it's a really dark, dark plot to say the least. But yes, there is an element of abuse, right? And basically, in all those cases, the women live alone, and there's a cat, right, in the house of the person being attacked, because it's a sign, according to that maniac, that the woman is all by herself, and that specific, criminal, is able to sneak in through the tiniest spaces, right? So this is how he's able to get in like that, and without, a lot of, without too much trouble. So yeah, this is basically how the episode goes. And then obviously Lily is gonna be doing a lot of field work, first with Vera, Nick, then with Jeffries, and it's a lot of different. There's so many different possibilities, and then they're gonna try to basically be profiling the killer, the serial, the bad guy. I don't want to give away anything of the plot, but they're gonna try to basically kind of, come up with a profile to help them, pinch this guy. And it seems that, he's targeting the people he targets are specific, right? Specifically, there's kind of, I guess you would call it a method to his madness, right? So yeah, this is a strong case. Man, oh man, this episode was so good, and really one of the darkest ones out there. I'm very, 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 chilled, just, trying to recall it. And I love cats. I'm a cat person, so I really enjoyed seeing cats in this episode, and it was really fun, And Lily also seems to be liking cats, as you can tell from the episode. But yeah, this episode was pretty good and so dark, right? Especially with that criminal, with the this serial, rapist, as he's known as in this in this episode, right? This is what he is, a serial rapist who targets women. and not just any women who are basically, you know, living by themselves and so on and so forth. And with that, I'm not gonna give away the main plot or anything. Don't worry about this. But yeah, this is he has a way to do, there's a reason why he does these things in this episode. That he's crazy, obviously, but there's an element of there's something else. But yeah, I'm not gonna give it away because I don't want to spoil this episode for you folks, and I would like you to enjoy it for yourselves and find out for yourselves what is this all about. But this episode was definitely a very good episode, and we have a lot of very cool actors and characters. We have Bree Turner, who plays Ellen Curtis. We have Joel Bissonette, who plays Carl, who was Gail Chamayo's, in this episode. I believe that, yeah, he's her boyfriend, I believe, in the episode, right? Then we have Jenny Blanc, who plays Nicole. Then we have Brooke Bloom, who plays Tanya. We have Gwendolyn Whiteside, who plays Gail Chamayo, our victim from the episode. And then we have Christopher who plays Larry Detroit. Now, yeah, they all did a pretty awesome job. It was really cool seeing, especially Gwendolyn Whiteside, who plays Gail Chamayo, was really good. And also, I really enjoyed Christopher Shia, right? And it's pretty funny seeing, Detective Nick Vera getting all worked up at some point and getting angry at the suspects, and, they kind of freaked out by him. And I thought that it was pretty funny that, Detective Vera, who's played by Jeremy Ratchford, by the way, who was one of the main detectives, I thought that was pretty funny seeing that, not a lot of people seem to be liking him, but you get to know him, to learn about him in this episode, and especially the chemistry between him and Rush as they're investigating together alongside. I thought that was pretty good, especially since, this is the beginning of the show and we don't have a lot of we don't know obviously the characters very well, but in this episode, you kind of see them, kind of bonding, so to speak, right? Especially since Chris Lassing, who's usually the one teaming up with Lily, is not part of the episode. So this one was mainly about Nick Vera and the fact that, it also hits close to home for him since he wasn't able to solve this case, and you can tell that it took a toll on him. But regardless, he's gonna try to fix up and solve this case once and for all. But it was really good, and the ending really brings closure and a sense of satisfaction and achievement at the prospect that at the fact that this horrible poor excuse for a human being was finally caught. So I really enjoyed this, and yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean to spoil it or anything, but I'm so happy that they got this criminal, this dirtbag, because he was really a scumbag, right? In some of these episodes, the perpetrators are just really bad people, and you just want justice to, you just want those poor people who have died at their hands to, you know, to have justice, right? To that the police bring justice to them, right? So yeah, I thought that was a pretty good episode. Really, definitely one of the darker ones in the show, but it was an awesome episode, and I really enjoyed the heck out of it. And I really thought that yes, this is one of maybe possibly one of the best episodes in the whole show. So if I were to rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it my highest rating for so far, which would be 8.5 out of 10, because it's a really really scary, solid episode with such a dark plot, right? And especially recalling it's very traumatic for these women, and you really feel for them, and it's difficult to sometimes to keep up your head, in situations like these when something so traumatic happens. So yeah, these women were strong and were able to help with the investigation, and I thought that was really really good. This whole concept of this dirtbag, finally being able to, finally, being caught and stopped from perpetrating any more, atrocities, especially after he's been kind of taunting the Philly PD. That was pretty good. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10 for me for this episode. Really, really great one. Really recommend it. What about you, folks? What did you think about this third episode? Our boy is back. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would really love to hear about your thoughts and views on this episode. And if there's anything you would like to tell me about the show, please don't be shy. Let me know in the comment section down below. I really love this show, and I would really love to hear about other people's opinions on it as well. In the meantime, folks, stay safe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Take care. This is the World of TV Shows for You, signing off.